Hi team, and welcome along today. Thank you very much for your patience in time it has taken me to sort out my technical issues over the last few days. I did post the episodes in the mess that they were in. Long story short, for those that this might be the first time you're watching, I recorded or thought I was recording gameplay, and it ended up not recording, which meant I then had to try and go back and do stuff and remember what I'd done. And then I had to do a voiceover because I actually had people in the house at the time that I was doing the recording and couldn't do what I'm doing right now, and use the camera and use the headphones. But anyway, let's not dwell on the past. Let's move forward. We've got some things to do today. Just looking at my list of what we have to do, we've got to fix a table that I absolutely muffed up. And we've got to look at the quest lineup and have a look and see which quests we can finish quickly and work through those. I think is going to be the priority. But also too, I do want to make my level 3 pickaxe because that will help me be able to get some bigger rocks. So very excited about that as well. Okay, let's get on to the gameplay. Excuse me for a second. So I've got a little bit of cash there. I just need to check and make sure that my microphone is working. Yep, perfect. Right, I'm back over here. Cool. So, in the last episode, we partied up with Rudy Blue and did some bits and pieces there. So, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to leave the party with Rudy, and we're going to do bits and pieces on our own because that's kind of what we would like to do today. So to leave the party, we hit the zero, or sorry, not the zero, the O, letter O, not number 0, on the keyboard, which will bring up our friends. So within the friends, it shows the people that are currently on the server, where your requests are, and requests that you may be able to fill. Wow. Okay. And also to your party. So we've got it here. So Rudy was the leader of the party, so he is the one that has the information. I don't want to unfriend him. I just want to leave. So he's staying my friend. Everything else is staying as it is. We're just going to leave, which is down here. Okay. And so now we're not in any parties. This is just us for today. And it said down in the bottom corner here, you've left the party. Okay, so first off, let's have a look at where I went wrong. Oh, we'll get our mail first. Oh, lots of mail today. Ashira. So there's an axe we can get because we did get to level 3 in the foraging. So we can actually go and get the axe. Some new recipes. Well, we've already spoken to him and got that information. So these would have come through while we were in Kilima yesterday. Same here, we've gone up a level so we can do that. Shane is a new person for us, and he is our religious person, and he will take us through some events. He is, I think, I'm not sure if it's the right terminology, but he is the priest of the dragon shrines. And so there are actually a couple of little mini quests that we can do with that too that I can show you at a later date. But what I need to do is get some logs to make the table, because for whatever reason, the whole time I was playing the last 2 episodes, I thought I needed planks and not logs. So I was trying to make planks to get enough planks and couldn't work out why I didn't have enough planks, and I actually needed logs. So let's go see if this is enough. So we need the table to finish the quest. Sorry, I thought it was around the 20 mark. That's okay. One more tree. is more than 25, so we are good. And it will take us straight back to the last thing that we looked at, which is really handy, only within the same here. So once we leave the server, it will reset and you'll have to relook for what you need. But let's make this. I can't believe I made that mistake for such a long time. This is a fence, this is a gate, this is a torch that goes on the side of the house. I'm going to go with torch. You will get an opportunity to build them all. So that's another quest. So let's look at the quest lines. So to get to your quest line, we go to P and we go to the explanation mark. Now, these ones here are the ones that are currently pinned, but they don't have to be. Okay, so prove your purpose. I'm going to unpin that because we will naturally get to level 5. So we don't need to make that a priority in what we're doing at the moment. Generosity. So fulfill weekly requests, but I believe down here there should also be another one asking us to fulfill. I've got to place the table. See, I would have missed that. I made it, but I didn't place it. Dragon Shrine, commune with the... Okay. I thought there was another one here. So give 5 villages. Okay, so these are kind of the same. So fulfill 5 weekly items. So they're the same. Okay, so I think I said in the last one that sometimes when you do one quest, you're actually fulfilling more than one quest. So it's really good to sort of like just keep an eye on that sort of thing. I'm only going to keep the, I don't even know if I want to have that one up just yet. I think we're going to go and talk to Gina, will be the main one we'll look at for now. And then we'll have some of the smaller ones. So I need to harvest my tomatoes. Hopefully they're ready in a minute and we'll be able to do that. We need to go and buy this backpack. So I'm going to pin that, hopefully. How many have we got? 1, 2. Buy the backpack. And so this one here will be completed. We're about to put down the table. So we will also complete this one here. And so then we'll need to go back into town, which is super exciting. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to put the table down. So to do that, I'm hitting my Q key, which will allow me to go backwards and forwards through, and then my E key, which will go the other direction. I think I tried to show this before and I couldn't because I only had one item in there. So now we get to put the table down. So we left click on the mouse, table down, and there, quest has been updated. You can see on the left-hand corner. Okay, awesome sauce. Now we're going to go check and see. Oop, and they're already waiting outside for us. We're going to harvest our tomatoes. So you don't have to talk to them straight away. But sometimes it's handy depending on what you're doing. Now I'm going to water my garden so that at 6 a.m. fill my watering can up. Watering can, go right click, fills it in the water. Just going to do this and then we'll go talk to Tish. Super exciting watching someone water. Sorry about that, but needs to be done. All right, put that away. Let's go and talk to Tish. So these guys will start talking to them both at the same time. See here, this one here up the top, above the 5 meters, there's no picture. It's because we haven't actually met Jal yet. Okay, so we're going to go to Tish, chat.
Glad to see you out and about. Yes.
So Jal is the tailor in town. And in Jal's shop, you will find all of the premium products. Okay, so if you want to spend money within the game on clothing, some of the outfits, he is where you can go to get those items. But he does also have some, no, I think everything he has you have to pay for. It's Tish that has silk and bits and pieces that you can buy in her cash register, which we will look at that as well. But they're like best friends, so they're together a lot. Perfect. So we've been given a few more campsite items there.
I'd better get back to work.
Beautiful. So they're gone. Are they in our backpack? Nope, they've gone straight into the chest, which is good. So because we're going to look at going into town, we're going to clean up all of this out of here. So we're sitting at 201 at the moment, which is kind of scary. We'll put all of this up here. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these lucky coins, and I'll explain the lucky coins to you shortly. That can stay there. Tomatoes, we don't need those at the moment. Cool. I think I'm going to plant this before I accidentally sell it, because it is a super, super rare item and you don't really get another one. It's like a unique tree. Which was gifted when they did the 10 million subscribers for the game. Alright, so we've got a little bit of food. Our focus is quite low, but we'll worry about that afterwards. So just that you can see what I'm talking about. So the food here that we have, so when you click on the food, it should, I don't know why that's not popping up. Anyway, this is your focus bar here. And it's set at the moment at quite a low, so you could eat something that's maybe got 200 focus and it will just about fill it up. Whereas later in the game, that will barely make a little smidge, but we'll talk about how that happens a little bit later on. All right, so here we go. Now, please remember that as I'm recording in this style, these breaks can be a bit of time. So, first thing we're going to do is go see Badru. Oh, hang on a second. Not sure what's going on here. Okay. Because it says ready to turn into Badru, but we know we need to do some other bits and pieces. So up the top here, we need to go and see Shira, and we need to see Badru. So let's go and do that. So to jump, we did this at the very beginning when you first come out of, well, after creation. Jumping is with spacebar. I'm gonna get this. So in the last episode, we bought some recipes to be able to make copper bars. So copper is now becoming a bit more important for us. We got a bug here. Where has it gone? Get the bugs. These ones are a little bit harder to get and generally only come out of stone. Sorry, art in this world. Okay, now the other thing that just happened is that my focus ran out and it is now like pulsing to let me know that I need to eat something. Okay, so let's go into here and I'm gonna go to the Q key, right click, and that has given me 50 focus. Okay, so now I can keep going. We're going to continue to head towards Badru. Oh, drowned. So you don't die in the game, but you can drown. But you jump over the top. So these rocks over here are all too big for me to be able to get at the moment. This is Badru's house. We're going up. So you've got Neo's bedroom there and Arnie's bedroom, and then you've got Delia and Badru's bedroom. So I'm not going to go into the bedroom, I'm just going to talk to Badru. So that's the shift key and F as
Well,
shown
howdy,
on the
Sproutling.
screen. So I grew some crops. So corny, so corny. So it's given us some wheat seeds, which is amazing. We got some renowned, and we also completed that quest line. Fantastic. Oh, Zuckies. Let's do that. Let's go and see, go to Zuckies and buy our bigger backpack. Ooh, can we get that copper? I think we can. Oh, yep, nice. Okay. So there's a couple of things we're going to do when we go into Zuckies. Just for reference, this is Gel's shop. Very swanky, and Gel's cash register, which I'm not going to click on because as you can see there it says premium store, so it actually opens not a different window, but takes a bit of time to open. So that's this. I don't normally come in here unless I need to talk to Tish or Gel. I'm going to go into Zuckies. So each day we need to make a small purchase. At the moment, makeshift arrows are fine. Now, these coins down here, this lucky coin that we got, I'm going to show you how to use it. So what you do is, this is your lucky coin, so you just hit the F key and it will give you like a Pokeball. Alright, so now we have 2 of those. Now, when you open those, so your Q key, and then hit right on your mouse, and it will open it, and it gave us some smoke bombs and a plushie. How cool is that? Okay, so that's the sort of stuff that you can get from your daily coins. They're good fun to have. Now, this is the backpack. So to buy this backpack, it is 50 gold. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So in our gold at the moment, we actually have 8,000 gold, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's buy this. Perfect. So we've then actually just done part of a quest. Quest completed. Now the next one is 5,000. Now we can afford to do that right now, but we're not going to. Okay, we're going to leave it just for a little bit. Not that we need the money for anything else at all, but I also don't want to be at a point where we've got absolutely no coins if we do need them. Okay, so now we're going to go and see Ashira, who is standing right there.
How's your day going?
It's gone pretty good. We just upgraded our backpack. Thank you for asking. New recipes in stock. Cool. So we can now buy the standard axe. So we're going to get that. We can't get any of the other equipment just yet because we're not quite there. Okay, so level 4 would be the heartwood, and that's the wood that we get from Bahari. So we don't really need that yet because we're not at that point where we're going to head to Bahari just yet. And as you can see here, we've got another whole line on our backpack, which is kind of exciting.
Take care.
Okay. Amazing. Now we're just going to come out here for a second and we're going to look and see what else we've got to do. So it does say over here, return to canal, which we can do, absolutely. But let's just check and see what other quest lines we have at the moment that we might be able to achieve while we're here in town. Oh, they're completed ones. Let's try that again. Okay. So canal trading tips, ask Zucky about the permits. It's nighttime, so what time is it in game? We'll look at that in a minute. Dragon Shrine, we can do this one, not a problem, and we could probably look at this while we're in there. Okay, let's go see Canal. So Canal is part of Kenyatta's family. So they live in the same house. However, as far as I'm aware, he doesn't actually have a bedroom in this house. So he is outside.
I lost my sandwich again.
Okay, that's sufficient. Daily requests, reset once a day. And that's a human day. So we can only give everybody one gift per day. So Kilima coins, we've kind of seen a little bit about that.
You're always welcome
Now,
at City Hall.
Here is another chest. In the very second episode, I think it was, we found a chest, but now we have another one. We will do an episode where we'll actually go through all of the chests and I'll show you where they all are. But for now, we just take it step by step. And there's the 6 a.m. gong again. Okay, so we're going to head back to Town Hall again, and then we're going to have a look at the Kilima coin catalogue. And this is it here. So we completed the quest. We've got some extra coins. We now have 30 coins. So there's nothing that we can buy just yet. We could buy some flowers, I guess. Beautiful wallpapers, flooring. You can buy yourself a waterlogged chest if you want to. Rummage pile goodies, lights. So this does change up depending on the season, so to speak. But yeah, place to use your Kilima coins. I think we looked at this last time, where you can use your renowned to buy wreaths to make your property bigger, or your crafting licenses to allow you to have more than one sawmill or more than one on the property, and then also to additional rooms that you can add to your house when you've got some coins to be able to do that. Okay, so what do we need to do? We're not going to do the gifts just yet. We're going to go and see Gina. What time is it? 6 a.m. Oh, I said the gong went off, didn't I? So she will be over at the Mirror Lakes. So most of the people, the characters, kind of have a set plan. Why do we need to see Zaki? Let's go see Zaki. I'm not sure why we need to see Zaki, but let's see Zaki. Oh, because we bought the upgraded our backpack.
Zaki's got the best deals in Bahari.
We also want to learn about trading. Very true.
Huh.
Okay, so there is a little quiz that you need to do. And the really good thing about the quiz is that it is actually based around morals and correct behaviours for when we are trading with each other in the game, in real life community situation, to make sure that we're not being mean to each other. So we will look at that. Oh, daily pile. So every day there's a rummage pile somewhere in each of the areas, and today's this one. So what are we getting? Small handheld device. Sometimes they're quest items, sometimes they're vegetables, sometimes it could be pretty much anything. But anyway, so they're there every single day, and it is once again we'll call them human days, but every one of our days, not in-game days. So at the moment we're going to go and find Gina. I don't know if we actually need to speak to her specifically, but let's go around here and see if she's there.
I'm always here to help.
Um, not yet. She wants to be an architect. Not, what is the word? My brain is shutting down. Archaeologist is the word. Okay, so one of the quests, Eshe wanted us to ask her about her past. Or the past, sorry, not her past. Sometimes there's a lot of dialogue for something that could have been said so much easier, but
Until next time.
anyway. Perfect. All right, so let's have a look at our quest line yet again and see where we're up to. Okay, villages, scout. Visit the Bahari ruins. We're not going to go to Bahari just yet. Reach level 5. Fulfill trading tips. Got to do the quiz and Dragon Shrine, which is here. So let's go to the Dragon Shrine. So the Dragon Shrine is a place where we can submit our renowned. So the renowned is the rewards you get for, I suppose, completing tasks, but just being helpful and doing good things. You earn renowned, which makes sense with the wording of what renowned means. And you earn that, and then you use that to be able to purchase some stuff. It's in-game currency. Yeah, so it's not a dollar amount, it's appreciative amount, let's call it that. So we're going back to the Dragon Shrine. So let's have a look at the map. I keep forgetting to show you guys this. So in game there is a map, and it kind of shows you where everything is. So it is telling us that one of the quests that we have to do is over here, which I'm actually going to the wrong place. So we actually need to come over here. Both of these, the Phoenix Falls and the Dragon Shrine, will give you different sorts of things using your renowned. Okay, so you can see where the villagers are moving around. If there's a villager you haven't met yet, they'll look like this. So there's a few that we haven't come across just yet. I think that's Jowl. I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, that doesn't matter for right now. So if you're ever looking for someone, and then the other thing you can do is to put a marker on it. So you can actually center click. Well, this is already highlighted, but you could center click on, say, Hussein, and it puts a line around the outside, and then when you come out, he's highlighted for you to be able to see. Okay, and that sort of helps you be able to find people sometimes if you need it. Cool. Let's go to the Magi Hollow. As I said, we're not quite in the right place, but that's okay. It's not too far away. Oh. I really don't like scaring off the animals. Sometimes it's just, you just can't do it. Like, you can't not do it. It's inevitable. But it just stops other people from being able to do stuff if you're constantly scaring away the critters. Whoop. Just me, or is that waterfall? Really? Oh, flow tree. We can't get it. It's well out of our range, but I'm gonna hit on it in the hope that someone will come and cut it down, and then we might get a share of it. But at the moment, we're not gonna get very much. Very soft and tranquil music in here. So this is the Dragon Shrine. Beautiful. When you come up to it, it says commune, your F key. And your focus, your maximum focus has increased. Quest complete. Now we could do more, but once again, I don't want to race ahead because there are other things that we need to do. Okay. So that's that one done. What are we going to do next? So the reason I'm not doing this one just yet is this is going to take a little bit of time, and I want to make sure that at home I'm in a position where I can take the time to be able to do that with you, because it will take us probably 45 minutes-ish to go in and have a good look around. So yes, we'll do that a little bit later. We're not going to go to Bahari just yet. I want to try and do as much as we can in Kilima before we start looking at one of the other worlds. Okay. Preview devotion. Cool. So there's nothing huge there that I want to do just at this point in time. And I'm not going to do the quiz at the moment either. So let's just do some foraging and see what we can find. And then that way we can hopefully have some money to be able to put stuff in the sales bin. So sometimes there are bugs that you can collect as well, because we've got a lot of different things that we are in the process of achieving. Not much going on here. Okay. Have we had one of these little fellas yet? I don't remember. Oh, butterfly. Amazing duskwing butterfly. Oh, we've already had one of those. Cricket. Common field cricket. Another mushroom. Unfortunately, we're going to end up scaring some of the deer, I reckon. No. Maybe we got through that cleanly. I don't think so. I think we did scare them. Just wasn't on the visual side of things here. Now, quite often in this area, which on your map is over the side here, you will find lots of like garlic and spring onions and things like that. Sorry, dear. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, there's deer everywhere. How am I going to get through here without scaring anybody? I could shoot them. We could hunt them, and then we can cook their meat. But for right now, okay. So I'm just going to come into my speech bubble again. I want to show you some things on the map. So this area here, where you can see the ground, this means that you can kind of run across here. This is not deep enough that you will drown. This bit out here that has the nodes, the fishing nodes, if you go into this area, you will drown. Okay, and so then see how this is grey? Then you've got more grey down here, and that means that you can run across that area there. So what they've done in a lot of the times in the game is they've put these posts across to help designate where the deep water is. Okay, so if you do see that sort of thing, that's what that is for. It's basically letting you know here you can walk, here you will drown. Now the good news is that you don't actually drown. It just resets you. So I'm going to purposefully drown myself so you can see. But all it will do is reset me back to the last position that I was at. And that's what it does if you drown. So don't ever stress if you look like you're going to get caught out. Okay. Oh, did it feel that it was too far to jump? Okay, let's try this a little bit then. Once again, there are deer everywhere. This is, I'm pretty sure, like a beginner server, so a lot of things are around that wouldn't normally be here. And what I mean by that is that there's more stuff because you haven't got experienced players coming through scaring away the animals and stuff. Let's see if I can actually hit something. The worst part is you have to hit everything twice. Nice. So if you can shoot really quickly. You will be fine. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's quite often there's a little glow, and where there's a glow, this is something that you can pick up. But you can sometimes see the mushroom, you can see the glow from a distance. So it tells you that there's something there that you can go and get. So as an example, if you look over here, there's a glow. I know it looks like it's a reflection, but there's a glow because there's something here. So let's go and see what that is. Well, it might just be a reflection, that one. But that's kind of what you... Oh, no, there is something there. Okay. The other thing here is down the bottom. It is showing me my bow, and it's telling me how many arrows I got left. So in total, I only have 6 arrows left. So I'm going to have to go home and make some arrows very, very soon. Woohoo! Game Hunter 1. Hunted 10 creatures. Right, I need to make sure I'm getting my next animal with 2 of my arrows, because if I don't, I haven't got a third to finish the job. Oh no. What did I say? So now I'm going to have to follow it. If somebody else hits it, we both get it. But I only have 1 arrow left, so... Got it. Hunting level 2. Super exciting. But I also just ran out. I don't know if you guys heard the boom, boom, boom. Ran out of focus as well. But I'm not going to be doing anything else out here. So I am now... Oh, was Hussein here? Okay, Hussein is here. I'm going to go see him because he's going to offer us a better bow and arrow. Or something that will help. Not a better bow and arrow. I think we only got level 2. You need level 3 to level up on your bow and arrow.
You're here, so I may as well help.
Yes, 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 Grumpy. Better equipment. Willing to sell you a recipe. Nice. So what is he offering us? So at the moment, we've only got a better arrow. Okay. We'll take that. But when we get to level 3, which won't be too far away, we will then get this. And if you look up above my mouse at the moment where it says level 3, it actually tells you what you require. So you've got to have the makeshift bow, which is what we've got. Then you also need to have 20 sapwood planks, not logs, planks, and 5 copper bars. So we actually have to go and make some copper bars because this round of stuff, instead of being made of wood, is made of copper. So we're going to use a lot more copper in the next round of tools. So we bought that, and now we will.
That was interesting.
Yeah. Now we're going to head home because we have arrows out, but they're not arrows that we want to use. They're part of the brand new pack that's just come out, and they were a gift, and by rights we shouldn't have them. So I'm going to actually take them out of my backpack and put them away because they're of no use to me at the moment, and I don't want to accidentally start using them when we don't need them. So once we get back, we can have a look at that. Okay, let's see what Arnie needs.
Hi.
So who's Najami? And you'll find out soon.
Uh-huh. Oh. Oh.
So this is one of the reasons that we will eventually need to go into Bahari, is to see Najami. And the reason Najami is important is because she will give us the recipe for a glider to help us get around.
Uh-huh.
Cool. So I've just got another quest. Okay, mail again. What do we got this time, Zaki? Expanding your backpack, we've done that. A lucky coin for buying our arrows. Badru has given us a pantry. Very cool. And now our backpack is full. It's gone red. Now, we need to make copper bars. Now I'm going to leave these in here because they will take up storage if I put them over here. Yeah, if I leave it in here, they don't take up any storage. So let's put some copper bars on. Do we have any wood? I don't think we do. I'm going to leave these here. Once again, same reason. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to sort of show you before, I know we're going into a longer time today. I want to craft these bits and pieces. So we want to do, no, weapons. Oh yeah, tools. Standard, which we don't have the copper, and pick, which we don't have the copper. So we've just put that on to cook. Unfortunately, we won't get enough to do both of these. 10, oh, we may do. Because I think we need to have 2 copper per bar. 5 copper per bar, and we've only put in 9. So I'm not even going to get 2 bars, and we need 5 bars per. So we're going to have to go out and do a real slog to try and get some copper in the next video so that we can then come back and make what we need here. All right. Gonna cook up. So we've got 6 pieces of meat that we can use. You can choose whichever one you want to use if you want to, or you can just make it. I'm cooking this up, so 1, it's improving my cooking skills, and 2, I will have something to eat to then increase my focus. So the first one is there. I'm gonna eat that. And then now when I make the next one, I should get, or the next 2. Sorry, I know it's boring watching me cook. One more. So up in the corner here, it tells you what level you're on. We're on level 1, and as this finishes cooking, or as we take it off the grill, this should move. Okay, and then that's how you know. So that increased that little bit. Did you see that? Oops. So it went up a little bit higher. It was sitting about here, and now it's up here. So that's what happens when you cook. All right. That is where I'm going to leave it for today, mainly because we need to do a bit of a grind, get out and get all this copper that we need. And I don't want to be making this hours and hours long. I am not going to change anything. I am not even going to log out. I'm just going to stop this recording and then move into the next episode.